Hi everyone, here's my second video of the winter series. Today I'm going to go over some soybean chemical options for the coming year. So we've used Extend for the last 3 or 4 years now pretty extensively. I think everyone likes the product, it's a convenient product, but I think we're getting some holes in it with our wild carrot, dandelion. I think even just on a call this week that in the States, barnyard grass is getting through. And in the last 2 years, we've seen a lot of grasses come through in the late season. So maybe this has to do with Extend. I don't know if there's any research to prove that in Ontario, but maybe something to be interested about. So here I just went through some of the different options that we can do. So we've been doing a lot of this Roundup Extend plus Sencor. Some of the benefits, like I said, are it's convenient, easy, there's residual activity, and it's $35 an acre. Some of the drawbacks, like I said, is the repeated use. We need to start thinking about doing more multiple modes of action, I think, on some of these resistant weeds. And then our perennial weeds are getting through the system. So something we could do is switch back to what we've done in the past, which is our Aragon Merge Sencor and Roundup. That's about a $32 an acre program. This gets you your residual with the Sencor and gives you a good burn with the Aragon and Roundup. So this switches up the chemistries from what we've been doing. It's still an easy program. You can, I guess one of the drawbacks was you need that high water volume, which not everyone likes to do all the time. And it isn't as effective on tall weeds. Extend does do a really good job of killing that 10-inch tall fleabane or giant ragweed. So yes, you need to get in early with this product in order for it to work properly, which we shouldn't be spraying 10-inch tall fleabane anyways, but we've seen it in the spring where that's our only option. We can't get in until that point. So maybe that's something to consider for the spring as well. I looked at Fierce, Sencor, and Roundup. So Fierce is a mixture of Volterra and Zidua. So Volterra is similar to Aragon. I wouldn't say it's as bright on fleabane as the Aragon is, but it's also a quick burning chemical. And then Zidua is a wonderful, it has broadleaf and grass residual activity. If you have any water hemp, this would be your answer here. Something with Zidua in it. So it has residual activities for both grass and broadleaf weeds. This switches up your chemistries for sure, which is a great thing. Drawbacks, I guess, would be the $52 an acre, but you shouldn't have to come back in, especially with that Zidua. You might just need one Roundup application in crop. I guess another thing with Volterra is you cannot mix it, or sorry, with the Fierce is you cannot mix it with Frontier or Dual. You will kill the soybeans, and you may have cosmetic injury on the soybeans as well. So that's something to be aware of. So similar to that, instead of doing the Volterra, switching it to the Aragon. So what was it? It was $52 for the Fierce, so it's $55 for the Aragon Merge Zidua Sencor. But this is, yeah, like I was saying about the Zidua, it's really good on bluegrass, water hemp, fleabane. It has a long grass residual, longer than any of the other ones on the market. So it will stay in that soil profile. It will not leach through. Even if you do get a big rain event, it'll stay there. So that's why you have that extra, it's almost two extra weeks of residual, which is important in crop. So then I was thinking about we have new Enlist Duo soybeans on the market now. We sell them through NK and Pride. So I was just looking into that system a little bit. So it's about a $28 an acre program, and that's with Enlist Duo and Sencor. So this is switching up our chemistries again. The Sencor is providing some residual. I guess the only drawback is Enlist does not have a residual. It is not a residual product. So Enlist Duo is a mixture of our new product called 2,4-D choline, which is just a less volatile version of 2,4-D, and then it's mixed with Roundup. So we can either get Enlist Duo, which is that Enlist and Roundup, or Enlist 1, which is just that 2,4-D choline product. You can only use this product on Enlist soybeans, and you can use it in crop. So I think what I really like about this Enlist Duo seed lineup is that we can go in with our Aragon Roundup early with some Sencor, and then save that Enlist Duo for in crop. You can also spray Liberty on Enlist Duo soybeans, and Liberty is also wonderful chemistry if you've used it before. Some watch outs with Liberty is you can't, or I would recommend spraying it in the heat of the day on a sunny day. It's not going to be as effective if you spray it on a cloudy, cool day. So it's beneficial to wait until it's a sunny day and hot. So I wouldn't spray this as your pre-plant burn down because typically it's not that warm at that time. So Liberty would be a really good option in crop. You shouldn't have to spray Roundup. You could probably just get away with spraying Liberty. Some other watch outs that I've learned over the last little while about Enlist is so our TTI tips that we've been using on our Extend. They are on the recommended list, but they're not the preferred tip to use for Enlist herbicide. So they've listed TJet AI XR as one option, or the twin turbojet tips. Water volumes should be from 10 to 15 gallons if you're just mixing it with Roundup, and then 15 to 20 gallons if you're mixing it with Liberty. So you can mix it in crop with Liberty. So yes, you could do Enlist 1 plus Liberty in crop, and then you can leave out that Roundup. So those are some things I've learned about the Enlist Duo. Another option now is our Extend Flex. So our Extend Flex just came onto the market. I have a limited supply from DeKalb, not too much, but if you are interested in trying it, the only difference between the Extend and Extend Flex is that you can spray that Liberty in crop as well. So I think that in the future, all of our Extend lineup will probably trend toward our Extend Flex, just to give that extra change up in chemistries in crop. We don't want to spray Extend in crop, so this is a really good option to have that Liberty to spray. So that is another thing to look into. The price of Liberty is about $12 an acre, I'm going to say. So that would just be, you would still use the same pre-plant, but you can just come back in with Liberty, which would be, it's about roughly the same price as Roundup. So that is sort of my lineup. If you have any questions, please let me know. I encourage you to switch up your chemistries, especially if you're on your second year of soybeans or your third year of soybeans somewhere, and you've sprayed Extend these last 2 years. Let's try something new. Let's tackle some of those weeds that are getting through, and let's use multiple modes of action and really tackle those weeds. So that is it for me. Thank you, everyone. and we'll see you next time. Just as an update, I do have some videos coming from our BASF rep, Rich Anderson, and then I'll be getting some from our seed dealers as well. So we'll have those in the coming weeks as well. So we'll see you soon. Thank you.